As a researcher, getting negative results can feel awful, but not if you're working with something like avian influenza. Specifically, highly pathogenic avian influenza, which is a hot topic pretty much all the time, but especially right now since it's been reported in multiple cattle herds in the United States. But this negative data actually comes from Canada. Canada had its own outbreak back in 2022, where high path was circulating among chickens and wild birds. It was suggested back then that there was likely some type of wild bird that was acting as a bridge between the domestic and the wild populations, passing the virus back and forth. One bird in particular looked like a strong suspect: the barn swallow. As the name suggests, barn swallows tend to take up residence in ag structures, giving them plenty of opportunities for viral transmission. So during an outbreak, researchers sampled the feces of barn swallows from Nova Scotia and Ontario, and you already know they didn't find any avian influenza. But this is good news beyond just barn swallows not being a vector, because I didn't tell you one thing. In Canada, barn swallows are threatened. When barn swallows were considered a potential vector for avian influenza, farmers were allowed to remove their nests en masse, which is understandable considering that you're trying to stop a rapidly spreading infectious disease from wiping out all of your livelihood. But thanks to some negative data, the barn swallows can be left alone and the farmers have one less thing to worry about.